We're back. So I've got it cleaned off. I hit it down with some degreaser and then I hit it with the pressure washer. It is not totally clean yet, but it's good enough where I'm gonna jack the front up, put it at least the front on jack stands, and then make sure that the transmission is still supported. We checked the trans, we know what we need there. See, it's a lot cleaner in there now. Still got a lot more grease that we got to get off. Might just be paint too. But either way, that's what we're going to start with. Let's get into it. Alright, we got her on jack stands. I've got some 6 tons coming. Not that 3 tons don't work, but the 6 tons are just taller, so I can get it up in the air more. Doing this with the transmission where it's at is kind of annoying, but, you know, that's alright. I'll figure it out. I gotta just get a jack under it, and that will help a lot. But until then, I'm just gonna use the trans jack that likes to settle pretty easily. Alright, so I've got, had a fuzz on me. I've got brake calipers off, rotors are off, the brake hoses are disconnected. Gonna need new brake hoses, new rotors, and new pads for sure. I'm hoping I can reuse the calipers, but I'm not holding my breath on that. This right here is a torsion bar unloading tool. As you can notice, it's basically a modified C-clamp. I got this off the old Jungle website for, I think it was like 30 bucks. Yeah. So I'm going to unload both the torsion bars. That way I can keep going on this. I had to watch a couple videos on just to make sure, like, okay, how do I get the CV axle off? All that good stuff. So yeah, we're going to keep going. Okay, it's the next day and we've got one side stripped. I got the lower control arm down here. We are keeping the lower control arm because they don't make those anymore. Or at least I didn't see any. So I got to put new bushings in it, and I got to put a new ball joint in it. So we've got this side done. This side I haven't even started on yet over here, other than get the rotor and the caliper off. So we've got a long way to go still, but that side will go a lot quicker than the driver's side went, just because now I know what to expect, and I know it'll just go quicker. I know what to look for. But that's really the only update I got for you guys. I found out, started looking at the rough country instructions, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to pull the front diff. We gotta grind some stuff off apparently, so yeah, figure that out as we go. Anyway, that's all I got. I'm tired. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And we are back for another day. So I used, where's it at? Here we go. Started off with this. I got the entire front end torn apart, right? Then we got the old Purple Power Extreme, just because that was on the shelf, and I was like, well, there's a lot of grease on this, so we've got it, what would be the right way to say it, stripped off of the first coat. We still got a lot of the, somebody took good care of this thing, and it's got undercoating on it, so next I'm going to wire wheel it and hit it with flap disc. So that'll be next. Once I let it dry out, I hit it with my leaf blower, try to get it to dry out a little bit quicker. But we got a lot of work still. We're going to start doing the provisions for getting the lift kit on, which involves dropping the front diff. So we got some things we got to do still, but got her cleaned off. She's looks solid. I mean, good Lord, look at this. Look at the shock mount. You can see all the welds. I mean, there's no rust on this thing. There's some things that you regret. Moving to the south, I do not regret. I got to get this off still. And that's what we're going to do. We're just going to keep plugging away at this. I got the lower control arms with the torsion bars. Got those sprayed off so I can eventually grind out the ball joints. And then we got to put new bushings in it. But yeah, that's where we're at, guys. It's currently Saturday, and we're going to plug away at it. Okay, well, got the diff out, got everything cut out. I've started rebuilding a little bit. Got some pieces painted. I look disgusting, I know, but made good progress. A lot of good progress. It's cleaned, or at least a lot cleaner. And then this is a little sneak peek of what we were able to do. Yeah, that's gonna look good. That's gonna look really good. So I'm going to probably call it for now. I've got a lot of stuff I got to get cleaned up. It is a freaking mess out here. There's like another round of stuff that I got to clean. I got to hit the diff with cleaner, and then the CV axles and the knuckles. We got to get all that stuff clean before we put it on, before I actually throw some paint on it, because it's covered in grease right now. So this is going to look nice. I've checked to make sure everything, got it kind of more figured out, looked at the directions more to see what they want me to do. So we'll be able to get this side a lot better. And then, yeah, we'll go from there, get everything painted. And then once we work our way back, it's starting to come together. We got it all torn apart now. Now we start the reassembly process and making it look pretty. Okay, we fast forwarded a couple days and we got a couple more things cut off, but again, had to take the diff out, so the front is basically stripped right now. I've got the frame all cleaned up and painted, so it's a nice semi-gloss black. You cannot see this side at all, but it's already done. So I had to cut off some brackets, and then I had to cut off the bump stops. Those are sitting right there. I still got to take the rubber pieces off because those are going to have to get put back on the new bump stops. So this is all good to go now. Now we start reassembly process. I also have to work my way back on the frame rails. I basically stopped right at the cab just to get this part done so I could start putting this all together. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. Good progress has been made. I'll keep you guys posted as we keep rolling in this thing. My box of junk showed up. And that being said, I'm squeezing out old bushings. This is not fun, even with this thing. It's fine with this thing. It's just you want to wear safety glasses and cover your nuts because this thing's going to shoot out at any time. But I did get it, so now I just got to beat it out the rest of the way. Okay. All right. We shall push on. All right. I've got one of the control arms torn down. That took way too long. It was a terrible experience. If you ever are feeling confident about yourself, working on cars and stuff, just go do one of those. It will probably knock you down. But anyway, all my parts showed up. So I've got all the parts to redo the lowers. I got new uppers, new tie rod ends, inners and outers. Basically everything we need to put all this together. On top of that, we're putting the lift kit in. So there's a lot of stuff going on, but we're gonna make it happen. I'll keep you guys updated. Alright, I've got one of the lower control arms sitting over there with new bushings in it. I am not putting in the ball joint yet, but I did fit it up. Everything's fine. Still got to do this one. Grinded off the tops of the rivets. Have not drilled them out yet. In terms of stuff that I've done here, I grinded down the fins on the front diff because you have to make these fit. So I got the cross members. I've got to do this tomorrow. Once I get those two things rebuilt, then we're just bolting stuff together again other than drilling out this hole right here. So, sorry. We got all our parts over here. I haven't opened anything else other than one of the the bushings and one of the Moog, the ball joints. And I got the other bushings. I know it's a mess in here. I know. I'm working on it, guys. I'm against the clock here. I'll explain that later. Good evening. I know everybody's like, why is your face always dirty? Stop wiping your face. Dude, I can't help it. I'm sweating. It's hot out. I'm itchy. Okay? That's what happens. But anyway, now enough about me. Here's the update we got. I finally made actual visual progress on this thing. The diff is installed, it's bolted in, torqued down. We've got the rear cross member bracket bolted in, torqued down. So that is all good to go, ready to rock. Next we're gonna have to do the front. We'll have to drill the hole right here for both sides and make sure we torque the bolt that holds that one down, the bolt that holds that one down. That way that stuff's not going anywhere. And then we've got another cross member up there that's going to go put right there. Got our lower control arms there that are painted, ready to go. Got the big old box of parts right here for all the suspension parts that are going to go on this thing. So we made progress today. It was slow. It took forever grinding down the fins on the differential. but we got it put in. I don't know what it is. It's probably because I bought this kit secondhand, but it just seems like nothing quite fits. It definitely is like supposed to go this way, and it's for the right vehicle. It just doesn't quite fit right, and it's probably because I bought a cheaper kit, but man, it's just like, man, nothing just fits on here. I always gotta like bend something or loosen one bolt to get it to line up with another one. It's a whole thing. But anyway, that's the progress for tonight, guys. I'll keep you posted on what we got. The light come on with the...
Let me look. Go ahead and do it. Yep, red light's on.
Okay.
Throw her over. Put a loop on the train line.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Clay here. So just to kind of explain to you what happened, I basically thrashed through a bunch of stuff because there were other events that are going on that you're going to learn later in the video of why we're firing up the motor right now. We skipped a lot of stuff, but just know that I got most of it done and now it's running.
Hear that baby fire up, Faith?
Yeah, that looks like blood.
Yeah, it's just transmission fluid.
That four dry clean. Let me see if it goes back up to 7.
Yeah.
Yep. Hit it.
Okay, a lot of stuff has happened, and I know I have not been good at taking video on this. I'm going to explain that later. You're going to get an explanation for that at the end of the video. But be that as it may, we made good progress. Core support's back on. I got that inner fender over there. Most of the front suspension is done. I've got brakes are done. It's all torqued. I've got to grease a couple more of the tie rods and the lower ball joints. I got to grease. I still got to put these two, like, not the torsion bars, but I still got to put 2 bars that go in those 2 holes right there. They're just mainly for structural support to make sure. I'm pretty sure to make sure that this thing doesn't burp. So there's that. So we've gotten that far. Got a lot more wiring to do. Still haven't put the window tin in. Haven't finished the windows. But this is the main project right now. And that is, we are putting the rear lift in. The drop bracket, well, I guess lift brackets are over there. I just got the studs out on one side. This is way easier than doing the lower control arms, by the way. This side went so much quicker. So we're gonna get the other side done. That way I'll be able to do that. I'll lower the axle even more. I might take the front drive shaft out just to make sure it doesn't just pull it out. Yeah, so actually that is what I'm gonna do, because I gotta lower. I don't think I can raise the rear anymore because my jack doesn't reach far enough. So we've got to pull the front drive shaft. We'll do that, and then we'll lower the rear axle. Sorry, front drive shaft. We got to pull the rear drive shaft, and then we'll lower the rear axle even more, so that way we can put those brackets on, get those tightened down, and get all that installed. So that's where we're at. Yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. All right, it has an exhaust now, so I'm hoping that it'll be better. This header smoke. Basically done. We need wheels and tires. That's about it. And trains control. What? That looks pretty stinking good right there. Look how good that looks. So, the Blazer's basically done for now. This is what we're at. She needs a paint correction for sure. Needs a good wet sand. But guys, y'all saw the same thing that I had when we first got this thing. Oh my goodness. Look at this thing, man. Looking good. Oh man. And yeah, sounds great. So that's where we're at. I know this video didn't quite go to plan. I was really only planning to like show like the lift kit install, but there's something I gotta tell you guys. We're moving. I got a different job. Believe it or not, this is not how I make my living. I'm sure none of you believe that, but we're moving. I got a better job somewhere else, so this needed to be able to roll on a trailer. And when I accepted this job, there wasn't a motor in it. So that is why we had to thrash this thing together and still get it a good ways, you know. This is a lot better than what it was. It needs a good wet sand. That way we can get the paint nice and smooth. But guys, come on. But yeah, so that's why we got all of this done. I'm moving. Better opportunity for my wife and I. Got a sweet 3-car garage coming. So this and that can go in a garage, and I don't have to worry about keeping them clean all the time. They can just sit in a garage. So that's it for this video, guys. We finished almost the Blazer. I got to get wheels and tires, but that will be once we move and figure all that stuff out. But thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I love doing this stuff. It's nice to be able to build something like this and have an opportunity to do that. And I'm very lucky to be able to make this video. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time.